Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Now a couple of days ago, Sunday morning I believe, Dave Allen announced his retirement. Now Dave Allen was a popular cult. He had a cult following with the British boxing scene, and I was very much a massive fan of Dave. Very much. He was never the greatest boxer and failed to apply himself in many scenarios. But it is what it is, I guess. And I'm not here to make excuses for him, but I am here to give him some credit where credit's due, you know. He was one of the few fighters who really did push his social media. We were in a day and age where social media does really give you more opportunities. Like Joe Laws and Ryland Charlton is a prime opportunity of Ryland Charlton, a guy who's not as popular, getting shown Sky Sports and delivering, you know. So with Dave, he never really applied himself in his career. Let's go through his career, shall we? He was unbeaten in his first 10 fights. He lost consecutively to Dillian Whyte and Luis Ortiz. Dillian Whyte wasn't really a beating. It was just a wide, comfortable, lopsided decision. Ortiz was a beating. He came back at a few fights. Lost to Lenroy Thomas on a split. I believe it was a close fight. It could have gone either way, but I feel like there was times in that fight where he could have easily took it to Lenroy Thomas. He was landing the right hand on occasions in our fight. I believe he could have beat Lenroy Thomas. So after the Lenroy Thomas fight, he came back with a few fights. He had the second Lenroy Thomas fight, which was that a no contest? Was that a no contest or was it a draw? I can't think. I think it was a draw. And he was really in shape for it. I think he was something 235. Just over 16.5 stone. Really good shape, and that cut really did I don't want to say it upsetted him. Well, obviously it did because he trained bloody hard for it, but stuff like this factored into the reason why he didn't apply himself. Dave, as we know, has his mental struggles and that, and I really do think that he has a psychological problem where if he does try his hardest and fails, that really upsets him, you know. So that's why he doesn't try that hard, because he always got that excuse to fall back on. And I'm not going to say fair enough, but I do understand why. I'm not here to lick his arse either, but I am here to say how much I enjoyed his career, the ups and downs. I like Dave. He has a good personality. He does have his problems, and they're factored in his career, and maybe he didn't fulfill all that he should have, you know. He was never the greatest, but I feel like he could have at least got like a minor title or something, or maybe an English title, even an area title, you know. He was, to me, he was well, I'm trying to factor in, you know, he was really a glorified area level fighter. Or to be a bit more harsh, a glorified high level journeyman, you know. But But I think if he had applied himself, I reckon he could have been a great British domestic fighter who always came unstuck when coming up against prospects. That type of thing. But yeah, like I said, I'm not here to lick his arse, even though I love him to pieces, I'll admit, and I'm sad he's retired, but at the end of the day, he's got to save him. He's too tough for his own safety. There's a sparring clip with Alexander Usyk. Yeah. Severely rocked. And I really do think the beatings of Yoka and Price have diminished his punch resistance. And when you've got a guy, you realise on his toughness so much. I think when your punch resistance is gone, you need to call it quits. He has retired, so to speak, before. I hope this is genuine. I really do. Although there's the selfish part of me. I want him to fight. I love it when he fights. Something to look forward to, really. He's got to save himself from any more hidings, because when a punch resistance goes and you rely on your toughness so much like Dave, you are in a world of trouble, especially when you got beasts nowadays, 240, 250 pounds. Really, the Price fight signalled the end of him as it's weird, because there were some stages where he actually really tried. There were some stages like the back end of 2018 after he took the beating of Yoka, and he really didn't train that much. He was coming in consistently about 258, 257, which for Dave is too big. Like I thought the good weight was the low 17s for him, where he had decent strength, But I definitely think he could have had a Commonwealth title, and it would have been nice for him to have a Commonwealth title. Yeah, he should have had a Commonwealth title. I think the Lenroy Thomas fight was a fight where he didn't turn up, and that fight is very hard to get hold of. He used to be on Daily Motion and it got deleted. But like I said, I love Dave to pieces. Always look forward to his fights. I think he's a funny guy, but sadly he has mental issues and problems have got in the way of his career. Like I said, his mentality really didn't allow him to try his best, because if he did try his best and failed, that would really set him back. So I remember Dave for the good laughs. I remember him for the wins against Nick Webb and Lucas Brown. I think you could say they're the best two wins on his slate. The Lucas Brown left hook to the body was great. That was great. And he headlined the O2. And we gotta say, guys, for someone of his level, he has done very well for himself. I believe he owns multiple houses, and that's a source of income. I truly believe with his personality, he would make a great pundit for Sky Boxing. He's more familiar with the Matchroom lot, so I think he'd be a great pundit. A couple of times when I've seen him analyse fights, he's very good at that, and he's not afraid to say it how it is. So I think with the selection of Sky pundits we got currently, he would fit in well, and he'd be one of the better ones, So yeah, I'm happy he retires with his health intact, and we've seen slow speech declines. there's an interview with him in 2012 on IFL, and his speech is more clear than it is today, and he was a concussion away from serious damage because he's had too many. The yoga loss, heavily per miles on the clock. The Bracamonte fight per miles on the clock. When you look at these beatings of Ortiz, Yoga, Price, Bracamonte, even though he won that fight, Bracamonte was a war. Two really unfit guys for 7 rounds, just pummeling each other. And when you're 18 stone, you really don't want to be taking shots to the head. So, as much as I love Dave, I think it's the right time to retire. And I'll continue to support him with whatever he does in the future, So that's really all what I gotta say. I wish Dave good luck. I would love to see him on telly, and I'll continue to support him with whatever he does in the future. So thank you for watching, guys. Peace.